look, I'm on camera. I know it's crazy, I'm never on camera. But there's a very good reason for my being on camera this time. I'm on camera because I, guess what, got a new camera. Here's my old camera, and it's not the one recording. It's incredible. Yes! I finally upgraded my terrible, crummy, crappy camera that has served me so poorly over the years. I was about ready to throw this thing into the ocean. Because, let me give you some backstory on the history of my first camera. I got this camera thinking it'd be a great camera just to start with because it had the microphone input, it had a headphone output, it said it recorded HD at 60 FPS or 30 or 24, which all sounded great. Little did I know at the time, none of that was manual. No manual control at all. It had aperture priority and shutter priority. That was the manual control. So I could do aperture or shutter speed. Not both. Don't be silly. There's no ISO setting. Also, don't be silly. You can't pull focus. It was a headache. Which, I'm not really sure who this camera was made for. Because it has a microphone setting, or a microphone input. It records ABC HD, and then it gives you no manual control. So it's like it was halfway trying to be a prosumer camera. But that's okay, because I have this new camera. This new camera is called the Lumix DMC G7. And so far it has been astounding. I love this camera so much. It records 4K, which is a huge plus. It's under $600, and it comes with a microphone. There's a link down in the description box to the kit that I got from B&H Photo. And this microphone is the Rode VideoMic Go. So far it has been amazing. Way, way better than my $20 no-name China mic I got on eBay for 20 bucks. Not to say that microphone is bad, it's just not that good. Okay, let's talk about why I chose this camera over my other option, the T5i. I chose this camera because it has better recording settings than the T5i, just in general. I mean, it can record 4K at 30 FPS. It can record 1080p at 60 FPS, which the T5i, it's their 5th iteration of that camera, can only do max 30 FPS, and it's silly and weird, and I don't know why. Seriously, 30? You can do slight slow motion with 60, which is fun to do. And this camera, even though it does not have a headphone output, does have a microphone input. The T5i does as well, but this one, for the price of a T5i, comes with a microphone, and a very good microphone at that. You are listening to it right now. It is the Rode VideoMic Go, as I mentioned earlier. Also, another advantage this camera has over the T5i is its Micro Four Thirds mount, meaning that you can adapt pretty much anything to this camera, and it will work. I actually have an example right here. This is a CCTV camera. This is on security cameras, and it will go onto my Micro Four Thirds camera. And I'm not really sure if it has a crop factor or anything. It doesn't seem to, but it actually has amazing image quality. I'll put a few pictures I took with this lens up right now as I talk over it. I mean, it goes to f1.7, so you get that nice shallow depth of field. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. And it's full manual, so it's great for video. It's clickless too, so video with this thing is actually pretty good, even though it is a $25 lens. I was amazed by how good this thing was for $25. Totally worth it if you have a Micro Four Thirds camera. It even comes with an adapter. So I didn't even have to buy the adapter separately. It comes with the lens and an adapter for 25 bucks. I got that on Amazon. That's deal of the century there. And also with Micro Four Thirds lens, when you have lenses made for that mount, you don't have to deal with a crop factor like you do with EF lenses. Because if you're using an APS-C size sensor like the T5i has, and you put a regular EF lens on it that's full frame lens, there's a 1.5 times crop factor that you have to account for when you're choosing your focal length. And that's a bit of an annoyance, because a 35mm lens is not actually 35mm once you attach to that camera. But with a micro four thirds lens, a 35mm micro four thirds lens will be 35mm when you put it on this camera. And I love that. I love being able to choose correct focal lengths and not having to choose a weird one and then do math. Not hard math, but still. And if I do want to adapt an EF lens to this camera, I could. It's got a 2x crop factor unless I get like the Metabones adapter. But still, I can adapt any lens I want. It has actually really good image stabilization, the lens that comes with it. My only real gripe is the autofocus is terrible. The autofocus sucks. I was trying to use the autofocus, I gave up. This is manual focus. It kept wanting to focus on my microphone back there, or my monitor, or that picture of a shark. Anything but me, even though I had a boxer on my face and was tracking my head. It didn't want to focus. I don't know. It's like me, it doesn't want to focus. But anyway, that is why I would recommend the G7 over the T5i for someone starting out film. It's got all the features you need, and it shoots better quality than the T5i. But, as with any opinion, this is an opinionated thing. I'd recommend you try both cameras before you make a decision, and do some more research. Don't just go off like my opinion or one person's opinion on YouTube, because your camera should suit your needs. And while this one suits my needs, it might not suit your needs. So, go, look around. If you need a pretty good camera, this is my recommendation. Many other people would very reasonably suggest the T5i. Or the Sony, what was it, the A6000? That was another option of mine that I thought about getting. All of them, great cameras. Would have loved to use any of them, but so far this one has been my favorite. Now, onto the update section of this video. I just wanted to give you guys, like, I don't know, heads up? I don't know what to call it. Tell you guys where this channel is going or where I want to take it. I want this channel to be more visual effects oriented than it is currently. I'll still do the general 3D stuff like modeling, rendering, etc. But I want to move toward visual effects just because that's what I like to do, that's what I want to do, and that's what's fun for me. And to do visual effects, I'm going to have to go outside of Blender, basically. You can do visual effects in Blender, and I probably will. Blender is one of my favorite softwares ever. But there are better compositors, there are better 3D animation softwares, like Maya. Maya is amazing for animation. I hate modeling in Maya, though. I'd rather hit myself in the knee with a ball-peen hammer than model in Maya. It is just so annoying. I've heard 3ds Max is better, I haven't tried it yet. And for like simulations, Houdini is a lot better than pretty much everything. Houdini is just awesome. I've been playing with it recently. Hopefully there will be tutorials on it soon. I don't feel qualified yet, I'm still learning the basics, but hey, look forward to that in the future. And actually, even though I said I'm doing visual effects, I'm actually planning to do an intro 3D video series pretty soon, so visual effects is coming, because now I have this new camera. It's amazing that I can do tracking with, and it isn't recording an interlaced, freaking interlaced. I hate de-interlacing video. It's a pain, and I hate waiting for it. And I have friends now. It's amazing. I'm not lonely, who will help me make videos and do visual effects things. So, look forward to that in the future. Go make something awesome. I'll see you guys next time.